Okay, so to start off with the gluten-free tenders, I got some chicken here. Oh, this one has a little piece of, hold on, let me just cut that off. I'm going to show you how to see this piece right here, the cartilage. I'm going to show you how to take that off. So you put the spoon through, and the key is you have to have a paper towel. If you try to just hold it with your fingers like I did, it won't come out, and you just slide that down, gripping that with the paper towel, and it's very easy, and that's how you take the tendon out. Okay, next step is to set up your flour. So this is rotisserie chicken seasoning. Actually, let me get out the bottle and show you. I use this all the time. It's just got the perfect flavor. It is gluten-free. Rotisserie chicken seasoning, salt, pepper. Today I added cayenne. I don't normally, but it's not going to make it spicy. It's just going to enhance the flavors, and I felt like doing that. Every 3 tenders is 1 egg. So 1 egg will do 3 tenders. So I have 2 eggs in there. And then put your Rice Krispies. I will let you know that brand name Rice Krispies are not gluten-free. So you want to read your label and make sure you're getting like an off-brand of Rice Krispies that are just rice only. And you just want to crush them up in this bag into little pieces. Go ahead and dump that into your 3rd plate. So you have 3 stations here. Actually, just gonna crush that up a little more. Okay. And then I'll grab one of my tenders that we roll it in the flour. I'll show you what it looks like because I'm not really getting this all in the camera. So roll it in the flour till it looks like that. Roll it in the egg till it looks like that. Completely covered, saturated, and start pressing on as much of that cornflake as you can. Like, press it in so you get a lot. And you want a tender to look like that. I mean, they look good and they're not even cooked. And then go on to the next. Roll it in the flour. This is a big tender, so, okay. And then the egg wash. And you're probably going to get pretty dirty doing this. Like, your fingers are going to be messy. So what I do is every couple of tenders, I rinse my fingers. Okay, so don't worry if you get a little messy. It is a little bit of a messy thing. And I did have to make more cornflakes. I ran out. But this is 6 tenders on my air fryer basket. And you're going to air fry these for, I'm going to do 23 minutes. Normal timing is 22, but I feel like my tenders are a little big. I'm going to do just an extra 1 minute of 23 minutes on air fryer setting. You're not even going to believe how easy honey mustard is. Okay, so it's just mayonnaise. You're going to do a big clump of mayonnaise. I don't know how much that is, like 1/4 cup, maybe? Yeah, like 1/4 cup. And then I found mustard that has honey already in it. If you just have plain yellow mustard, which you want to use yellow mustard, then add like a teaspoon or a tablespoon of honey. And then the rest of the sweetener is the agave. So I want to get this to a good color. Yeah, see, that's about so I did about 1/8 cup of honey. You can do equal parts too. I might add a little more. I mean, I didn't mean to say honey. I meant to say mustard. You can do equal parts mustard, and then add about a couple tablespoons of agave. Any liquid sweetener, except things that have a flavor, like honey and maple syrup have a distinct flavor, but you can use any liquid sugar. And there we go. You just can't even believe how easy it is to make honey mustard. I'm going to leave this like so. Actually, no. You know what? I want it a little darker. I'm going to add another little teaspoon of mustard. Stir that in. Yeah, that looks good. The key is to just get it all blended nicely. So my mom is dairy-free, so I made her honey mustard. These tenders are for me and her. And I'm going to do ranch. but I don't make ranch homemade. So I just have that recipe for honey mustard. You can't have tenders without fries. So I just cut up my potato. I already washed and scrubbed these. And I just cut up like so. And then you want to make one cross cut like this going the long way so that you can make pretty much a potato wedge. And we're going to season these too. Put your sliced potatoes into a dish. And then I always take a paper towel and I just go like this to them to dry them off. If they're wet, they're not going to cook right. They're not going to brown right. So I just kind of wipe them dry just by massaging them with a paper towel. Next step is you want the oil. Add a couple tablespoons of oil. You don't want them drenched or dripping, you just want them coated. And I am going to add salt. I have a good amount in here, so I'm going to salt those pretty heavily. Oh, I dropped some potato. I must have done that when I put it in the pan. Pepper. Good amount of seasoning, depending on how many potatoes you have. And the next thing I'm looking for is, I have a gluten-free adobo spice that I use. They say typically adobo is gluten-free, but you can also buy a seasoning packet, like a ranch seasoning packet that's gluten-free, and do your fries that way. This is going to, actually, I'm going to use my other spoon so it's not as noisy. And then you toss these to get them all evenly coated. Just keep tossing, get that oil and that seasoning. You don't want to see clumps of seasoning on one fry. You want to see it evenly distributed. And then when the tenders come out, I'll add this to the air fryer. So I couldn't fit everything on one pan, but if you have a convection oven, that's the same thing as an air fryer, and you can probably fit everything in. Otherwise, you will have to do it in batches. Okay. Okay, I took the tenders out. I'll show you those in a minute. I just want to get the fries going. So I want you to know that you need to make a single layer. If you don't do a single layer, they're not going to cook right. So you don't want them all toppled on top of each other. I cook everything, including the tenders, at 425 on air fry. And so I'm going to start these up again, and the French fries go for 17 minutes. And I checked these after 22 minutes, and they're done. So they didn't need 23 minutes. But here they are. Look at how crispy they are. It's actually picking up the dark on the camera, but they're not burnt. They're definitely not burnt. They're just crispy. The cornflake, you know, cooks a little differently in the air fryer than it would on the, like with oil. And then listen. They're crispy. They're delicious. Enjoy eating gluten-free again.